Hey everyone, it's LOZA, and today we're looking at a new archetype that's come out that's called White Woods, and it seems to tie into Diabellstar and probably Snake Eyes as well. Let's get into it. And if you're wondering why we're talking about another archetype on a Dark Magician channel, well, because we can, and also it's a spellcaster archetype, so there might be some synergies and maybe some cards that are generic, and maybe we can pick them up for our Dark Magician strategies. The first card we're going to look at today is Whisper of the Sinful Souls. This is a quick play spell, which features Diabellstar on it, as well as the other Diabellstar, so I'm not sure if they're trying to say that they're kind of two sides of the same coin, similar to Albaz and Aluba, but this definitely gives me that sort of vibe, them holding the apple as well, some sort of Snow White reference perhaps. But yes, you can see that one of them's a Zoe and one of them's a Zelda, by how one of them's sad, one of them's happy. So I hope that reflects on their future card design in some way. Now this card, we're starting with this because you can clearly see the parallels between the two Diabellstars here, and I think that's going to continue as the cards change in time, and the changes they may go through as they become witches and all that fun stuff. So what this spell card does is it targets an illusion monster or spellcaster you control. You return that face-up monster to the hand or extra deck, and then you special summon an illusion or spellcaster from your grave or banishment, as they are calling it now. The second effect of this card is if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a monster effect, you can set this card, and you'll notice a lot of the White Woods cards had this effect. It's worth mentioning this card is called Whispers of the Sinful Spoils, so this is directly tying into, well, Diabellstar, but also Sinful Spoils hints at like a cursed fruit similar to that of what the Snow White apple. That's the vibes I'm getting here anyway. So I know it was a bit unusual to start with the spell, but you can see that from that spell we can see this is Asteria of the White Woods. This looks like Diabellstar, the Dark Witch, when she was a young girl, and it says you can send one spell or trap from hand or field to the grave to special a light spellcaster tuner from your deck. It's worth noting this is a light level 2 spellcaster with 0/0 stats, and it summons a light spellcaster tuner from your deck by getting rid of one of these spell traps in your hand. So you normal summon this, I suppose, and then you would pitch that spell trap from hand or field to special out one of the other cards we're probably going to look at a bit later. Now there's another effect. If a spell or trap is sent to your graveyard to activate a monster effect while this is in your grave, you can special this. So unfortunately, I thought this was going to play into the second effect, but not really, because this has to be in the grave when you do that. But I'm sure the other cards in the archetype will do the same thing as this. I think that's everything about this card, so let's move on to the next. And here we have Reset of the White Woods, another spellcaster effect monster level 2. This one's not a tuner either. This one says you can send a spell trap from hand or field to grave, special summon this card from your hand. Oh, this might actually be quite good in Dark Magician. Oh, it's not a tuner. Anyway, then add a White Woods monster from deck to your hand, except itself. Its second effect, if a light spellcaster tuner is special summoned to your field during your opponent's turn while this card's in your grave, add this card to your hand. Not bad effects, and you can definitely see that this is the two girls from the earlier quick play spell. So I guess Asteria and Rosette are the names of the Diabellstar witches. Moving on, we have Sylve of the White Woods, a level 4 tuner. I'm not sure if this is meant to be one of them a bit older, or if this is a completely different witch in general, but she seems to have some wolves around her as well. If this card's normal or special, add a White Wood spell trap from deck to hand. Seems like Magician's Rod, but it's also a tuner. Pretty solid stats too, 1500 attack and 200 defense, level 4 light, not bad. Alright, second effect. If this card's in your grave, quick effect, target a White Wood synchro you control or in your grave, return that to the extra, and if you do special this card, but its effects are negated. Okay, so it can summon itself out from the grave by returning a White Wood synchro from field or grave, which from graveyard, that's quite good. Return a synchro from grave to your deck, extra deck. Special this out as a tuner. It can't be used to search, but it can be used to sync, which is quite good. Interesting. Arceus of the White Woods. Perhaps these is their trainers or something like that, because I think they're different spellcasters. Anyway, another spellcaster tuner level 4 light. I think it's almost reverse stats, or not quite. 1500 defense versus 800 attack. If you control a White Woods monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, pretty good extender in the deck. You can send a spell trap from your hand or field to the graveyard to draw one card. Okay, a little bit of a Magician Souls effect going on there. Not bad, not bad. Third effect, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, target a White Wood Synchro monster you control or in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, you do special summon this card, but its effects are negated. So much like the Asteria and the Rosette, the Sylve and the Arcia are very similar once again. I'm just pointing out they are all the same, or not the same stats, but similar stat line and similar type. Now we get on to the first synchro. This seems to be Silva again. Silvara, Witch Wolf of the White Woods. Spellcaster, Synchro Tuner as well. Stats 1924, being a 6-star synchro. Interesting. Can we make that in Dark Magician? Probably not easily. If this card is special summon, you can change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. Okay, pretty good effect. Book of Moon on the whole board, except for Link monsters, of course. Second effect, Illusion and Spellcaster synchro monsters you control gain 500 attack. Also, if they attack the defense position monster inflict double piercing battle damage to your opponent. So this actually buffs itself up to 2400 attack, and it does double piercing after flipping your opponent's board. That's actually quite good. For level 6 synchro, this is pretty damn good. Let's see the next one. Ricelia? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Ricelia, Wicked of the White Woods. Once again, Spellcaster, Tuner, synchro, and effect. When this card is special, or if this card is special summon, if is very important here. If this card is special summon, you can send one spell trap from your hand or field to the grave, add one White Woods card, or one light spellcaster monster from your deck to your hand. So sending a spell trap and then adding a White Woods card or a light spellcaster. Quite good. 2000 attack, 1500 defense, level 6 synchro once again. Second effect, Illusion and Spellcaster synchros gain 500 attack. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Okay, so we have the defensive synchro and Ricelia. So Ricelia is the defensive synchro, and I'm guessing Silvera is your aggressive synchro, which is interesting because they've kind of got stats that mirror that, or rather show the opposite of that, but, you know, that's cool, I guess, too. Getting on to the level 8 synchro. Oh, this one seems very interesting. 2500 attack and 2000 defense light, level 8 synchro. Diabell Fiendess of the White Woods. An Illusion synchro effect. Only use the effect once per turn of effect 1 and 2. If this card is synchro summoned using a Tuner synchro monster as material, target a spell trap in your grave, add it to your hand. Effect number 2, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can send a spell trap from your hand or field to the grave. Special summon one level 7 or lower Tuner synchro monster from your extra deck, grave, or banish. Wow! It turbos out one of the synchros. Okay. That's really generic too. A level 7 or lower Tuner synchro monster. This seems pretty good. It seems like there'll be a lot of things this can churn out. Obviously, it's in Archetype synchros, so that's going to include Ricelia and Silvera. But this extends to stuff like Herald of the Arclight, I'm pretty sure. And other fun stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. It also summons from Banish as well, which is always just nice. We will move on to Legend of the White Woods, a normal spell here. If you control an Illusion or Spellcaster monster, add one White Woods monster from deck to hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a monster's effect, you can set this card. Quite good because you can flip it straight away. And of course, then you should probably control an Illusion or Spellcaster and be able to add that White Woods. They're really not hiding the fact that Illusion is just the new Spellcaster, right? They're literally an archetype here that it's a mixture of Illusion and a mixture of Spellcaster, which I believe if you look at the two Diabell stars, one is a Spellcaster and one is an Illusion. So, I mean, there you go. Does that mean one of them's like the real Diabell star and one of them's the fake or something? I don't know. Beware the White Woods, another normal spell card here. Now, if you control level 6 or higher Illusion or Spellcaster, target a card your opponent controls, destroy it. Second effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard, activate a monster's effect, set this card. Pretty standard at this point. We're back at the quick play spell, the Whispers of the Sinful Spoils. This is actually not a White Woods card. I think that's pretty important to acknowledge here, and it doesn't have an effect that makes it one. So it's actually unsearchable by all the cards that search a White Wood card because it's a Sinful Spoils card. So of course your Diabell Star engine can search this, but not so much anything else. Speaking of Diabell Star engine, I really loved that engine when it was just that, but now it's branching out a bit too much for my liking, but let me know what you think of that in the comments. Diabell Star was a really cool spellcaster engine, worked really cool with DM and other decks, and I feel like Snake Eyes came along and kind of just ruined it all, but hey, that's my opinion. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments while we look at Woes of the White Woods. A normal trap that says, effect number 1, special a White Woods monster from your hand or deck. Then immediately after its effect resolves, synchro summon a White Woods monster. Okay, interesting. Special summoning from hand or deck and then immediate synchro. Not bad at all. And of course, as all the White Woods cards have, the second effect of this card is if this card is sent to the grave to activate a monster's effect, you can set this card. Well, we've come full circle back to Asteria of the White Woods. I think it's cool to point out this card can summon any light spellcaster tuner from deck. So, you know, that's your Cartesia, that's your Quem, that's your Ecclesia. There's a lot of good light spellcaster options there. Obviously, all the in-archetype stuff as well, such as Silva and Gracia and whatever else you can fathom that comes to this archetype later. I'm not sure how we'd be able to mix any of these cards in Dark Magician, but if I figure out any combos or anything cute, I'll be sure to upload it to the channel. So please let me know down in the comments if you find anything with any of these cards, because it's always cool to mix new spellcaster stuff with Dark Magician. But as we know, not everything can mix. But yeah, let me know what you cook in the comments. And if there's anything relevant, I'll be making a new video on it. So until then, hit that like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.